The Specter of the Vermiculus by Allison Muhammad. Chapter 1. The Miracle. What a beautiful day, thought Benjamin. He wandered along the beach in the shallows of the cold river. He did not mind the smooth stones under his feet, nor did the chilly waters make him retreat. The day was bright and crisp. Ahead of him was the temple. In the distance, its shiny white spirals and golden domes glowed in the early morning dawn. There were flocks and flocks of giant white birds dotting the surface of the water. Their curved necks swayed and bobbed with the rise and fall of the shimmering silver waves. Overhead, smaller dark outlines of waterfowl flew. On the other side of the sacred river, a procession of adherents marched toward the temple for morning prayers. Dressed in white, flowing robes and sandals, the humble made their solemn trek. All seemed to be headed for the temple to make their supplications. Benjamin was headed that way too. His dutiful wife had gotten to her feet ahead of him and awakened the family. His wife, Sabira, was never one to be late. She made sure everyone had bathed and dressed. It takes at least 2 hours for everyone to have their baths and dress and be ready to walk, she had said. He sighed and said, "You are right. I am the slow one." "You only have yourself to get ready. I have the whole house to get ready," she said, smiling. She kissed his forehead and went out. He had heard her tapping on doors in a melodic voice that had entranced him the day they first met. She called out, "Prayer is better than sleep, my darlings." Benjamin did not have a family but an army. Sabira had birthed him 10 children. From those 10 were 25 grandchildren and counting. The happy contingent was too noisy for him at times, and his wife knew it. He was getting old, and he liked peace and quiet sometimes. The larger his family got, the harder it was to have a quiet evening at home. Knowing him, Sabira lined them up and marched them out. "We will see you later at the temple," she said, smiling. A quick embrace, and the noble, kind-hearted Sabira departed with his children and grandchildren for morning prayers. It was the day of gathering, and the Abdul Quddus clan was responsible for cleansing the water for all to imbibe. Adherents and savants alike would pray to the Imminent One and then drink. They could not be late. Benjamin was nearly to the temple when he felt it. His chest seized, and he fell to his knees. "No," he thought, "no." The water around his hands and feet began to turn to slush. "Oh no, something is wrong." Fighting the seizure, he reached into his coat and pulled a small gold flask of purified water he carried and began to drink fast. The pain ceased, and he stood to his full height, pulling up with him the sand of the beach and the rocks and the pebbles in the water and the mud from the embankment. Making a cocoon, he managed to shield himself from the terror he sensed. It passed him by, skating along the river, turning the silvery surface red with the blood of the waterfowl that bobbed in the waves. The living began to fall dead in their tracks. None of their bright countenances saved them from the dreaded parasite. It is the one that drains away the life of others to stay alive, an intruding worm that cannot maintain its own life or size, an accursed one that cannot reproduce but can paralyze